Hey guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. Can you guys hear me? I am not too sure what the heck is going on. But we will get it resolved. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. All right, give me a thumbs up to let me know if you can hear me. Awesome, awesome. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I just, I don't know what is going on here. I really honestly don't. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my slides up, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to get my slides up. Let's see. Let's see. All right. How are you guys doing today? Is everybody doing all right? I can see the chat. I see you guys are chatting away. So, first of all, I definitely want to say welcome, 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 everybody. Like I said, we're having some technical difficulties here. I'm glad you can hear me, which is a awesome thing. That's a good thing. All right, if I can just get back to my screen, then I would feel better. Let's see. Anywho, I'll just follow you guys in the chat on my cell phone. Let's see. Let me go ahead and log out. Then I'll log back in. Okay, so you guys see
I'll just follow you guys in
the
the chat
special
on
K
my
user picture, which is fine, which is fine. Hopefully, when I get things fixed, I'll be able to show you guys my slides. You might hear some background noise or echoing from my voice. Um, hopefully that'll go away. But I want to say welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. I am your host, Special K Thoughts, aka Special K, better known in the world of X, formerly known as Twitter. Again, I want to apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm thinking that the streaming service that I'm using is just too cheap. That's what it is. It's too cheap, and I need to go back to the original streaming service that I was using, which I will. But again, welcome everybody. Okay, I think I'll be able to go ahead and use my slides. I can see you guys in the chat on my laptop. So if this is the first time that you are joining us, joining this channel, this is Megan, Duchess of Advocacy channel. And what we like to do is we like to get together and we like to have a family chat. We like to have a family chat amongst squaddies, amongst the Success Squad. Okay. And we call these live podcast family chats, we call them Success Talk, where we talk about our faves, Prince, Harry, and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and do my little spiel, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started because my goodness, guys, there is like so much to cover, isn't there? There is just so much to cover. So, if this is the first time that you have been on this channel, if this is the first time that you are listening to this live podcast, we here at Megan, Duchess of Advocacy, we are a pro Harry and Meghan, aka Duke and Duchess of Sussex channel. We are fanatical about Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay, we are fans and supporters, and we're fanatical 247. Okay. We don't like monarchists. We can't stand royal rodent reporters. And we do not like them other royals. Okay. I'm talking about them other royals over there in the United Kingdom. We don't like none of them. Okay. We are a pro Harry and Meghan channel. We do not ride fences here. We don't do both sides here. Okay. There's no neutrality here when it comes to our faves. Okay, if that's not your cup of tea, I suggest you go ahead and leave. Lock out, get out, exit to the left. Okay, because you may hear some things about some of them roles that you like that make you mad. Because we do talk about them people, don't we? Don't we, guys in the chat? We talk about them people. And trust me, if you are a royal reporter, we're going to talk about you too. And you are not gonna like what comes out of my mouth. Okay. But this live podcast is basically going to be about positivity, right? This live podcast is basically going to be about positivity because our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, they have a lot going on and they're doing a lot of positive things, and they're having a lot of positive impact out in the world, and that's what we're going to cover during this live podcast. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the chat. And again, if you were here like the first 10 minutes, again, I apologize. We were having some technical difficulties. I think my intro, I'm just going to have to cut that intro to like 1 minute. Oh, like 1 minute. All right, I'm looking into the chat right now. Susie Q, how are you? It's good to see you. Carol Lund, it's good to see you. Those are some OGs. You guys know that, right? There's some OGs in the house. Okay. Simply Sweet. Hello, hello. Cookies and Cream. How are you? Another OG. Black Queen. How are you, my darling? Another OG. Emma D. How are you? Joy Armor. How are you? How are you? Mina Ruth. OG in the house. How are you doing? All right. H Knight, how are you? How are you, my love? Another OG. And I'm saying OG. Okay. If you don't know, act like you know. All right. So make sure you give me a thumbs up, roses, to let me know that you can still hear me. All right. Miss Joan Garcia, how are you? Oh, today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Joan. Everybody give Joan some squatty love. So you are a Virgo. Okay. Virgo in the house. Connie Balmer, how are you? How are you, my love? Another OG. Lottie, how are you? Another one. All right, I see the thumbs up. I see the flowers. I see the roses. I see the hearts. So that lets me know that you guys can hear me. Great. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And tomorrow is Prince Harry's birthday, right? Is Prince Harry's birthday tomorrow? Yes, it is. All right, let me see if I can get my slides up because we have a lot to cover. Oh my gosh. I mean, busy, 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 right? Aren't these guys busy? I mean, busy, 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 right? Aren't our faves busy? They're definitely not lazy. They're definitely not on their 10th vacation, right? Okay, let's see here. So, I'm pretty sure you guys can see the slide. So, the title of this live podcast is called Global Prince Harry. Actually, it's called Harry the Global Prince. Okay. Harry the Global Prince. And that's exactly what he is, right, guys? Isn't Harry a global prince? He's bigger than the UK, right? Can we establish, and it's been established, that Prince Harry, is bigger than the UK? And you know this man. And you know this man. Mr. Joseph, it's good to see you. All right. So we all know that Prince Harry's been in the UK, right? He was in the UK during this past week. And my goodness, guys, didn't Prince Harry do a lot? I mean, he did a lot. I mean, this man works. But out of all, in regards to everything that Prince Harry did in the UK, we were not surprised, right, squaddies? We weren't surprised because we knew that he wasn't going to go to the UK and just do one event. We knew that. We knew that. So him doing all these different events and different appearances in the UK, we knew that his time in the UK was going to be very well spent. We knew that it was going to be very, very impactful. And we knew that Prince Harry was definitely going to be very, very well prepared for this trip that he did in the United Kingdom. I mean, this wasn't just a trip, it was a business trip. So Prince Harry, of course, he attended the WellChild Awards 2025. And what made the WellChild Awards this time around so eventful was the fact that it was the 20th year anniversary of the WellChild Awards. Right now, Prince Harry has been the Patreon of the WellChild Awards for the past 17 years. Now, I want everybody to give hand claps, flowers, roses, pop champagne bottles in the chat for the WellChild Awards. And I'm serious when I say that. The way the WellChild Awards stuck by Prince Harry and had his back and made sure that he remained their Patreon is outstanding. Okay. Outstanding, because we all know that the WellChild Awards that I'm pretty sure that they've received numerous emails and hate emails and you know been attacked over and over again by derangers because they made the decision to keep Prince Harry as their Patreon. They didn't succumb to the pressure. They did not succumb to the pressure. They kept Prince Harry as their Patreon. Why did they keep Prince Harry as their Patreon? Because they know that Prince Harry was going to continue to do what he has always done, which is to support this charity and continue to be there for this charity, and that he was going to continue to represent this charity in the highest standard that he always has. They know how Prince Harry is with children. They know he is genuine when it comes to the love that he has for children. They listened to their clients. I'm pretty sure many of their clients were like, "Oh no, we want Prince Harry to continue to be our Patreon. Whatever going on with the royal family, that's between Prince Harry and his family. They don't control our organization. The royal family does not control WellChild. Uh, I'm pretty sure their board of directors was like, "Oh no, the royal family does not control this. We control this, and we want Prince Harry to continue to be our Patreon." So again, hand clap to the WellChild organization. They maintained Prince Harry as their Patreon. Like I was saying before, this year was special because it was the 20th anniversary of the WellChild Awards, and Prince Harry has been the Patreon for the past 17 years. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I mean, these pictures are just they just make you feel good, don't they, squaddies? Don't these pictures just make you feel good? And it's a huge spotlight on these beautiful children, isn't it? Beautiful spotlight on these beautiful children. I believe that the Success Squad, was it last year? Actually did fundraise for Well Child, right? I'm not too sure if it was last year, but I know that I have made a donation um, to the Well Child organization because I just think it's wonderful. Um, Anything that Prince Harry is going to attach his name to is going to be wonderful. For those of you who don't know what the Well Child organization is, I'm pretty sure everybody who's listened to this podcast knows, but you never know. You might have some people who really aren't too familiar with it. But Well Child is the national charity giving children and young people with serious illness the best chance to thrive at home with their families. Okay, and this is based, I should say, in the UK. All right. So Well Child Awards, you see the pictures, beautiful. I'm pretty sure everybody saw this picture right here, Prince Harry playing with the kids. I mean, that's just natural, right, guys? I mean, it's just natural. This is what he does. This is a natural thing for him. I mean, he instantly picked up the sword balloon and just started playing swords with the little girl. I mean, just having a ball. Let's see. All right. So again, I'll go back to the other slide. Again, hand clap for Well Child, the organization. I love the fact that when Prince Harry decided to leave the royal family, which I should say, when he decided that he would no longer be a working royal, Well Child organization said, "Hey, that's fine. However, we still want Prince Harry to be our Patreon." So I love the way that they have stood behind Prince Harry and his back the same way he has stood behind this organization, had their back, and continued to support them. It's great. It's a beautiful thing to see. All right, before I go to the next slide, I'm going to go ahead and get on success.com. Okay, success.com. When's the last time you guys been on success.com? It's a really, really good resource. Okay, it really, really is. You want to know what Harry and Meghan are up to? Go to success.com. I mean, Their website, I just love it. First of all, I love the picture of Prince Harry and Meghan. I just love it, right? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, right? I love that picture. But and I just love the way that they update whatever the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is doing. It's like, what's Harry and Meghan doing? Go to Sussex.com, girl. That's all you got to do. All right. Okay. So again, like I said, we're not surprised that Prince Harry did a lot of different events in the UK this week. Not surprising at all. Okay. He's not going to fly out all the way to the UK just to do one event. No, 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 no. That's not the way the global prince works. Okay, that might be the way his brother works, but that's not the way the global prince works. The people's prince, Prince Harry. Oh no, if he's going to fly out to the UK, if he's going to fly out to Nigeria, if he's going to fly out to Colombia, wherever he is going, wherever he and Meghan is going, they're doing more than just one event. Okay. They plan this stuff out for weeks because they're planners and they want to make sure that they have the most impact that they can possibly have when they do these trips. So, Prince Harry, he did the WellChild Awards, right? And then he decides to go to Nottingham. Okay. So, like I said, right now I am on SUSSEX.com and a return to Nottingham. Okay. You see the picture right there with Prince Harry. Did you guys see the video? I don't have the video, but the video of Prince Harry when he goes to Nottingham, I think is so cool. He is so natural, right? He's so natural. I mean, he walks up to the to the guys that are standing out front. You know, one thing about Prince Harry, he sure does know how to do a hand dap, right? He knows how to do the hand dap and the chest hug. I mean, that's just so natural to him. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But Prince Harry, he went to Nottingham, and we all know that Nottingham, it there's a significance to Nottingham, right? It holds a special place in Prince Harry and Meghan's heart because I believe Nottingham is was one of Meghan's first um public royal appearances, if I'm not mistaken. Was it in Nottingham? I believe. But Prince Harry, he went to Nottingham, and his visit began at the Community Recording Studio (CRS). And if you're looking on your screen, if you're looking at your laptop or your smartphone, or you might be on your smart TV, um, Prince Harry, he's at the recording studio. It's a place that has become synonymous with creativity, possibility, and the transformation. The community recording studio represents far more than a recording studio. It has evolved into a true family under the leadership of Trevor Rose alongside Ja Diga, Joanne Speak, and their phenomenal team. Okay, so I think this is awesome. This is an awesome picture right here. Some of you may have seen the video of when Harry walks into the studio and he starts dancing. He's got some moves, right? You guys think Prince Harry's got some moves? Um, but what I liked about that video was it's obvious that he is happy and he's comfortable, right? Prince Harry walks in this recording studio like, hey, these are my people, right? These are my people. These are my peeps. Okay. So, and then the article goes on to say that several organizations the Duke continues to support that amplify, or I should say, exemplify the core of Nottingham's community spirit were highlighted. Epic Partners has established itself as a crucial resource for young people, which is awesome. Um, so again, Prince Harry right here, you see that he's in the recording studio, and there's been some video that I've seen where there's this young lady, I believe, singing, and she sings really, really good. Let's see. And there's a picture of the whole group. I believe it was the young lady in the hat. She was either singing or rapping, or she was singing and rapping. Right. So I thought that was great. Um, I mean, it just goes to show how invested Prince Harry is into, young people. Young people are the future. Young people really, 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 really are the future. Okay. And not only is Prince Harry, invested in Nottingham, not only is he invested in the community recording studio, right? What did Prince Harry do besides just show up? Right. Prince Harry didn't just show up with a big old smile, right? Giving hand daps and hugs and dancing. What else did Prince Harry do during this trip? I mean, he did some big things, right? He put his money where his mouth is, didn't he? Prince Harry put his money where his mouth is. And what was that? We all know what that was. I wasn't surprised when the news dropped. And I know the squatties in the chat weren't surprised when news dropped what Prince Harry did when it came to Nottingham. Prince Harry dropped them pounds on him, didn't he? He dropped them pounds on him. And see, that's what I mean too about these two, about Prince Harry and Meghan. It's like they don't just show up with a big old smile and a wave and this, that, and the other. They really put their money where their mouth is, right? Because they know that, of course, showing up, being there, being supportive, that's a great thing. That's a beautiful thing, right? Because it puts a spotlight on the charity, it puts a spotlight on the organization. There's probably a lot of people that had no idea what this organization was or knew that this organization existed, right? Right. But sometimes it takes more than that. Sometimes it takes more than just putting a spotlight on these charities and these nonprofit organizations that you know um, Prince Harry and Meghan support. Sometimes they need a little bit of funds. They need some pounds. They need some change, right? They need some dollars. They need some dollar bills, right? And that's exactly what Prince Harry did. He made a donation. He made a donation out of his pocket. He made a donation out of his pocket that is not funded by the taxpayer, right? So I thought that was awesome. News came out that Prince Harry, he made a donation. He made a personal donation. I believe it was 1.1 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. So hand clap to Prince Harry. Imagine how much 1.1 million pounds can do for this organization. Like seriously. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. So I thought that was awesome. I thought it was great. Now, of course, there was some conversation. People were like, "Well, why did he have to announce that? Like, why did he have to announce that he made a personal donation? Why not? Why not? Why not make the announcement, right? Why not?" All right. And if you're just now joining us, welcome, 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 welcome to Megan, Duchess of Advocacy. And we're having a live chat called SUSSEX Talk. I am your host, Special K Thoughts. Again, if this is the first time that you're joining us, um, welcome. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. But only subscribe if you like what you hear. Okay, I'm serious about that. Because we don't do both sides here. Just warning you, okay? I'm just letting you know. We don't do both sides here. Okay, so moving on. I am so sorry. I had this on my phone and I tapped my phone. Okay, here we go. All right, so moving on. Like I was saying earlier, Prince Harry, he had a very, 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 very busy week in the United Kingdom. And if you're looking on your screen, um, we're going to go ahead and talk about another event that Prince Harry went to. So while Prince Harry was in the UK, he attended the WellChild Awards. WellChild celebrates 20 years. He went to Nottingham, a return to Nottingham, and then he went to the Imperial College Blast Injury Center, and you can see it on your screen. Well, they say Century. Busy, busy. I mean, Prince Harry. I mean, he's busy, busy, busy. Okay. So the Duke of Sussex returned to Imperial College London for his third engagement with the Centre for Blast Injury Studies to learn more about their pioneering focus on pediatric blast and crush injuries. I mean, this is so important right here. Right. Like for real. I was so happy when I saw this. I was like, one thing about Prince Harry, boy, he is so serious when it comes to helping injured veterans and and technology, improving technology and services for injured veterans. Okay. So the visit began with the laboratory tour inside the Sir Michael hub, where the Duke was met with Imperial College president, professor, representatives from Save the Children, and Dr. Tedros. I don't even know how to say his name, so I'm just going to say Dr. Tedros, who's the Director General of the World Health Organization. Now, we all know that Prince Harry and Dr. Tedros, they have um, a relationship that's established, right? They've worked together numerous times in the past. Okay, so it was great to see Dr. Tedros there. I was like, wow, I can't believe that he's there, right? World Health Organization is in the house. And there's Prince Harry and the doctor. Let's see. And there's Prince Harry again and Dr. Tedros. I mean, I wasn't expecting that, right? World Health Organization. Again, you see how Prince Harry really planned this trip? I mean, he the preparation and planning for this trip was outstanding. I mean, he got the Director General of the World Health Organization, right, to meet him at the Imperial College. Hand clap to Prince Harry, global prince, right? Global prince all day long, 247. So, the spotlight on children in conflict. Okay. And again, I am reading from SUSSEX.com. Okay. The century's focus on children is rooted in the Pediatric Blast Injury Partnership, established in 2017 by Imperial College and Save the Children. What began as a pioneering workshop has since grown into a global corporation delivering practical resources, including the pediatric blast injury field manual, now used by frontline responders in conflict zones. I mean, that is very, very, very important. Okay, what I just read is very, very, very important. Again, I highly suggest that you guys go on sussextalk.com and read this stuff. Okay, like really read it, take it in, soak it in, because it's very important information. This stuff right here, I'm going to go back to the other screen, but this stuff right here is very impactful. Okay, that changes people's lives, man. Okay, I mean, it really changes injured soldiers' lives. Okay, and children who are in uh, war conflict, who get their limbs blown off, right? You know, stuff like this really changes their lives. Okay. Um, and then, it just goes on success.com, the commitment. Um, Prince Harry, he said in closing, the Duke praised the collaboration between the Imperial Save the Children and the World Health Organization and the progress made since he first opened the century in 2013. And Prince Harry, beginning quote, says, "Every time I return here, I'm struck by the commitment, innovation, and compassion that drives your work from the labs I've opened over a decade ago to today's focus on prosthetics for children. The progress and dedication is extraordinary. The voices we heard today remind us that behind every data set is a child in pain, in need of care, and deserving of a future." Outstanding. Outstanding. And it just goes on to say how there were grants that are being worked on, and they will continue to have studies, and they will continue to ensure and just do their best to try to get children who are in these war zones, particularly Gaza and Ukraine, um, the prosthetics that they need because their limbs were blown off. Again, guys, I know I'm going on and on and on, but success.com. When Harry and Meghan do these trips, when they visit these charities, when they visit um, these rehabilitation centers, go on success.com and read about it, because I mean it's just so much information. They're doing so much good. It's like you don't really realize how much good that they're really doing until you like really read it, right? The pictures don't say enough. You understand what I'm saying? Like the pictures don't say enough. It's like I just get really, really excited, and I get really, really happy when I read what Prince Harry and Meghan are doing with their Archwell Foundation or with the Invictus Games or just, whatever um one of their, initiatives are. It's like when they show up, they really show out. Right. When those two show up, it's like they really show out. All right. And Prince Harry, he's so handsome. And there's a picture of Prince Harry again with the director general of the World Health Organization. That is huge. That is huge. Okay. Keep in mind, it's the World Health Organization. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right, so we're just moving on. We're keeping on with the theme. Okay, so again, we have covered the WellChild Awards, which celebrated 20 years. A return to Nottingham. Prince Harry went to Nottingham, right, and he dropped off some pounds, right. The Imperial College Blast Injury Center. I say center, because I'm American. Um, so now we are on the Diana Award. Okay, the Diana Award, Youth Wellbeing. Uh, just to pause and take a deep breath. Look how much Prince Harry had done already before he had done the Diana Award. I mean, he had like one, two, he had like three events before he had even got to the Diana Award, Youth Wellbeing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm pretty sure you see it on your screens if you're on your laptop or your smartphone or your flat screen TV. Isn't that a good looking group right there? Good looking group right there. And I just love the fact that Prince Harry is maintaining um being connected and working with, you know, the Diana Award. I just think it's great. He's not shying away from it. Um because he just wants to make sure that his, and what I mean by shying away from it, that's probably the wrong verbiage. He's not just letting other people handle it, right? He's making sure that he's front and center with it. And the reason why he's doing that is because he wants to make sure that his mother's legacy um, remains in a positive light, right? He's going to maintain his mother's legacy, which is obviously a beautiful thing. And you know, we all love some Princess Diana, don't we? All right, so beginning quote, 1 year after launching their groundbreaking Decade of Youth Wellbeing initiative, the Diana Award brought together an intimate gathering of young leaders, philanthropists, and changemakers in London for a powerful discussion on how social activism is transforming mental health outcomes for an entire generation. You know, mental health is so important, right? So important. I mean, you know, I, I can only speak for the United States, but from what I'm seeing all across the world, there's a lot going on. This world is on fire, in my opinion. Okay, when it comes to the United States, look what's going on in the UK. Wow, a lot going on in the UK with the protests, right? Right, and we're still dealing with Gaza, right? I mean, there's just there's a lot going on in this world. This world is on fire. Mental health is so important. A lot of us right now are walking around in trauma. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of us right now are walking around in trauma. A lot of us are traumatized. We're becoming desensitized. We really are. Okay. As human beings, we're becoming desensitized because of what we're being exposed to. Okay. You got people who have certain jobs that are scared to go to work tomorrow. Okay. I'm serious. You have people who have certain careers that are scared to go to work tomorrow. I'm specifically talking about the United States now. You know, they're nervous about going to work tomorrow because of what's going on in this country. Okay. You have people who are non white that are scared to send their children to school tomorrow because they're scared that their kids are going to get deported. Okay. So like I said, mental health is serious right now. So serious. And I'm glad to see the Diana Awards focus on mental health, particularly in regards to young people. Our young people, God bless them. God bless them. God bless our young people. I'm serious. God bless them because they are dealing with so much shit. They really are. So, again, I think it's great. The Diana Award. Of course, we all know it was founded in the memory of Princess Diana. Don't get me started on no Princess Diana. But it was founded in the memory of Diana, Princess of Wales. And of course, it's supported by Prince Harry and the other brother. Um, and it has made youth empowerment central to its mission through programs including mentoring for at risk youth, anti bullying campaigns, collaborative initiatives, and of course, mental health support for young people from racialized communities. The Diana Awards is doing a lot. It really, really is. Again, I'm back on my soapbox about SUSSEX.com. A lot of good information in regards to, you know, I started to say a lot of, there's a lot of good information that is being reported on SUSSEX.com. Okay. These initiatives and these nonprofit organizations and these charities that Prince Harry and Meghan are a part of are doing some serious life changing impact. Okay. So, Young Voices Leading Change. Okay. The Service Now hosted event featured around 40 participants who heard directly from three inspiring 23-year-old activists, which is awesome. Let me go ahead and change my slide here. All right. Who heard directly from three inspiring 23-year-old activists. Okay. Lottie Leach, Elsa Arnold, and, ooh, I know I'm going to mess up her name. Mm, mm, mm. I'm going to say Hope, and I'll spell her last name AKPAN. Okay. These young leaders who have collaborated with the Diana Award on projects addressing inequality, mental health challenges, shared candid insights about how their activism has strengthened their personal resilience, sense of purpose, and hope for the future. Wow. Wow. And of course, the Duke of Sussex reflects on youth agency, beginning quote, getting involved in peaceful social action takes courage and determination. It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'll read that again. Getting involved in peaceful social action takes courage and determination. Yes, it does. Young people see the issues society faces close up, whether that's poor mental health or the consequences of inequalities, but you don't stand still. Your empathy and compassion drive you to make change. Okay, then I'm going to skip over and I'm going to read what he says at the end. My mother believed in the power and agency of young people positively to positively impact the world. The Diana Award continues her legacy by putting young people at the heart of everything they do. Today is a perfect example of that. End quote. And he's absolutely right. Right. Absolutely right. That's what Princess Diana stood for. It's one of the things that Princess Diana stood for. Right. But I think it's one of the most important things that Princess Diana stood for, which was she believed in the power and agency of young people to positively impact the world. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And they looked like they were just having a good old time. Didn't they? Wow, I'm tired already. Prince Harry got me tired already. How about y'all? I mean, he has done a lot while he was in the UK. All right. All right, moving on. And I mean, there's a lot more that it says on Sussex.com. So of course I'm not gonna read everything. But the Diana Award, Youth Well-Being. Again, I'm glad to see that Prince Harry is still involved in the Diana Award because he wants to make sure that his mother's powerful, positive legacy continues. And he's that is his mission. He's going to make sure that his mother's legacy stays intact. All right, moving on. Invictus, the next chapter. Woo! Prince, Ty- Prince Harry, you got me tired. So, those of you who are just now joining us, we are talking about Prince Harry's recent trip in the UK and all of the appearances and all of the um, engagements that he did. I don't know if you guys can hear my little Yorkie, but he's barking. So if you hear like a "Huh," that's him. All right, the Invictus, the next chapter. Doesn't he look handsome? Doesn't he look so handsome? Again, Prince Harry is in his element, right? He's in his element. Working with children, working with the youth, working with disabled veterans, working with children who are living in, war zone and dealing with atrocities of getting their limbs blown off. Touring rehabilitation centers that will help those children. He's in his element. Global Prince. All right. The Invictus Games Foundation. The Invictus Games. Horizons event brought together supporters, partners, and champions of the wounded warrior community to celebrate a decade of achievements while setting an ambitious course for the future. The evening highlighted how Invictus has evolved from a supporting event into a global movement that changes lives, perceptions, and entire systems of support for service personnel. Wow. That's a lot right there. That is a lot. Okay. The Invictus Games has been around for 10 years. Hold on. Let me get my little Yorkie. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, like I was saying, the Invictus Games has been around for 10 years, right? Look how huge and how much the Invictus Games has expanded when it comes to um, providing services for veterans. Okay. Like globally within 10 years. Okay. I mean, that's huge. It's about the power of sport, right? But it's bigger than that. I'm getting giddy again. But it's bigger than that, right? It's more than the games itself, right? It's more than just about the power of sports, right? It's about mental health, making sure that these soldiers who have put their bodies on the line um, are getting the mental health services that they need, right? Because you've got soldiers, you've got airmen, you've got Marines um, who may have no, physical challenges, right? They may not have suffered anything physically, but they may be suffering mentally, right? Mental health wise, they may be dealing with a lot. PTSD, trauma, traumatic brain injury, right? So the Invictus Games Foundation addresses those needs as well. Um, Making sure that the soldiers, whatever needs that they have, that it's ongoing, that the services are ongoing, right? That's the purpose of these rehabilitation centers, these sports centers for these injured veterans, right? They can continuously, on a consistent basis, get the services that they need. And that's what I love about the Invictus Games Foundation. And it's global. They're going global. The Invictus Games Foundation is based in the UK, but this is global. Okay. And I love it. All right. I can go on and on and on, guys. I'm sorry, but I can. I can go on and on and on. So, a decade of remarkable growth. 10 years since its inception, the Invictus Games Foundation has achieved milestones that seemed impossible at the onset. Now, listen here. What began with 13 countries and over 400 competitors at the inaugural London 2014 Games has grown into a truly global community. 23 nations participated in the most recent Vancouver Whistler 2025 Games with 534 competitors, representing wounded, injured, and sick service personnel from every continent. The movement now encompasses innovative developments like Vancouver Whistler's pioneering hybrid winter games and Germany's first ever Veterans Day. Perhaps most impressively, Nigeria became the first African country in history to join the Invictus Games Foundation when they debuted at Dusseldorf 2023. If you hear all that, that's my Yorkie running around. Its national program has flourished in just 3 years, complete with an Armed Forces Invictus Center being built in what's that? Being built in Nigeria, opening the door for continental expansion across Africa. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let me get back here. And again, Prince Harry looking so dapper. All right, so I think what we're getting ready to talk about now was a huge surprise. Now, I wasn't expecting this. I have to admit, I was not expecting this. Okay. When I heard that Prince Harry went to Ukraine, I was like, say what? I don't know how you guys felt, but excuse me, I was shocked. I was shook. Like for real, I was shook when I found out that Prince Harry had went to the UK. How did you guys feel when you heard this news? Now, I was not expecting this. I wasn't. Okay. And I was like, look at Prince Harry. Prince Harry went to Ukraine. Excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry for some reason. But I welcomed this news. I really, really did. I thought that this news right here was was like a was like a microphone drop, right? A microphone drop. It was like, wow, Prince Harry went to the UK. He was in the I'm sorry, he went to Ukraine. Prince Harry was in the UK and then he flew to Ukraine. Okay. Now, keep in mind Ukraine, I mean, they're at war. Right? Ukraine is at war with Russia. As a matter of fact, a couple of days prior to Prince Harry, arriving in Ukraine, I mean, Russia had brutally attacked them, dropped all kinds of bombs on them. Okay. So for Prince Harry to put his safety on the line like that, I mean, that's huge. That is huge. But that's how much he cares. That's how much he cares. But I have to admit, I was a little concerned for Prince Harry now. I was like, what? How long he plan on staying there? I hope he take the first flight out. All right. So Prince Harry, he was in Ukraine, guys. He went to Ukraine, a mission of hope to Ukraine. Okay. Prince Harry, he's dedicated to Ukraine. He is. He's dedicated to Ukraine. They participated in the Invictus Games despite being at war. That's huge. Can you imagine, seriously, if you can, put your mindset in a soldier, a Marine, um, who's fighting for their country in Ukraine. They go play in the Invictus Games, and then when the Invictus Games is over, they go back to Ukraine to go fight for their country. My God, that that takes an extraordinary, special type of individual, right? Doesn't it? It really, really does. Um, so Prince Harry, he was in Ukraine. He was in Kiev. The Duke of Sussex visited is it Kiev at the invitation. Keep in mind, at the invitation of the Prime Minister. Okay. And the CEO of Superhuman Center. He was invited to come to Ukraine and he went. He accepted their invitation. That's huge. That is huge. Prince Harry's not a working royal. Prince Harry is not head of state. Prince Harry is not an heir to become head of state. Prince Harry is Prince Harry. Prince Harry is representing Prince Harry. Prince Harry is representing the Invictus Games. Prince Harry is representing Archwell Foundation. Okay? But the Prime Minister of Ukraine, all right, and the CEO of Superhuman Center invited him to Ukraine and he accepted. Okay. Leading a delegation from the Invictus Games Foundation in his capacity as founder and patron of the Invictus Games. See, that's why these stories will drop every once in a while about how a certain source feels like Prince Harry shall no longer be patron of the Invictus Games because he's too divisive. That's why these stories will drop every once in a while because Prince Harry, he's bigger than them people. Okay? He's bigger than them other royals in the UK. He's doing this on his own. He's not head of state. He's not heir to become head of state. Prince Harry got invited because he's Prince Harry. He didn't get invited because he's sixth in line or fifth in line to the throne. No, he got invited because of what he represents, and what he represents is the Invictus Games Foundation, which is a global phenomenal success. When that story dropped, all I could do was laugh. I thought that was so funny. Prince Harry is so divisive that they don't want him to no longer become a patron. They want another world to take over. It's like, oh, we got jokes today. Prince Harry is Invictus. Invictus is Prince Harry. But Invictus has gotten so big that it's not about Prince Harry anymore, right? It's not. But at the end of the day, there's no Invictus without Prince Harry. Just isn't. All right. So it offered a firsthand insight into the work of superhumans. Okay. So Superhuman Center, right? It's obviously it's an organization. It's a charity. Um, Experts in recovery and rehabilitation who support more than 150,000 seriously wounded Ukrainian servicemen and women. The scale of need is staggering. And that is staggering, reflecting the immense human cost of ongoing conflict and the critical importance of specialized rehabilitation services. Okay. And that's what I mean by, the rehabilitation services are very, very, very important because they're ongoing. Right? They're ongoing services. It's important for these injured soldiers to have access. It's all about access. Right. That's what I mean by the Invictus Games Foundation. They're trying to ensure that these soldiers globally have access to rehabilitation services. They have access to mental health services. If you're a soldier and you put your body on the line in Nigeria, you should be allowed to have access to these type of services. And that's what the Invictus Games is all about. It's bigger than the games itself. It's about the services that the Invictus Games Foundation is providing. And now they're providing these services, or they want to provide these services in Ukraine, which is a country that's at war right now. I mean, that's huge. Huge, huge, huge. Okay. So I'm gonna go down a little bit. Building strategic partnerships. Let's see. Hold on. So right here, this slide right here, right? Before I talk about building strategic partnerships, this slide right here, if you're like, again, if you're watching on your laptop or your smartphone or your, flat screen TV, or maybe just listening, but this slide right here, this is Prince Harry with the Prime Minister of Ukraine. Okay. And again, that's awesome. And that's huge. That's huge that he got invited by the Prime Minister of Ukraine. Okay. Um, and the Prime Minister, um, she talks about how, she took Prince Harry out on this tour, which is great. Hold on a second. I want to find, maybe it's the next slide. I wanted to read what the Prime Minister of Ukraine actually said. We could keep it on that. Let's see here. Here we go. So the Prime Minister of Ukraine, okay, this is a little lengthy. Beginning quote, I again had the opportunity to meet with Prince Harry during his visit to, I believe it's Kyiv. Together, we saw the consequences of a Russian missile strike on the government building, a stark reminder of the reality Ukrainians face every day. We also discussed the rehabilitation and recovery of veterans. I expressed gratitude to the Prince for his steadfast support of our service members after combat, including through the Invictus Games, which he founded in 2014. Ukraine has been a part of this important initiative since 2017, and this year our country was represented by a record team of 35 participants. Outstanding. Our aspiration now is to see that Invictus Games is held in Ukraine. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'll say it again. Our aspiration now is to see that the Invictus Games is held in Ukraine. We are ready to host them. Wow. We have the capacity, the will, and above all, the spirit. Resilience is the essence of being Ukrainian, and our defenders prove it every day. Wow. That's huge, right? That's huge. That is huge. I might have a video. Let me check. Let me look real quick. But that's Prince Harry right there with the Prime Minister. I'll go back. Let's see. Let me see. Like I said, hey, that's my Yorkie. He must see somebody walking out front. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm looking to see if I have the video of Prince Harry and the Prime Minister walking. Which I do. Here we go. That's them touring. Wow. So again, very, very, very important stuff. And I love how it puts a spotlight on, that right now as we speak, people, Ukraine is at war, right? And they've got Russia just dropping all types of bombs on them. However, they are they have aspirational dreams of having the Invictus Games being held in Ukraine. I mean, that's beautiful to me. It just really, really is. These guys are putting their lives on the line, their bodies on the line. They're fighting for their country. But the Invictus Games means that much to them, to where they are aspiring to have the Invictus Games held in Ukraine. So that is awesome. And I'm glad that we know that the Prime Minister of Ukraine invited Prince Harry out there, and he got to tour, the horrific atrocities that are happening in Ukraine. That is beautiful. Um, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, guys. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I hope you guys are enjoying this conversation. I'm just giddy about this because you guys know my background, you know my history. I'm a veteran, and you know, one of the reasons why I'm such a huge Prince Harry fan is because of his service, right? It's because of his military service, and I just have so much respect for everything that the Invictus Games Foundation is doing. So I get giddy and I get hyphy when I talk about, the Invictus Games Foundation. And as days went by, I realized how huge this UK trip was. It was really huge, and in a way, this trip that Prince Harry did in going to the UK, it's historical. It's really an historical trip as well. Because my God, he went to Ukraine. He went to Ukraine as excuse me as Prince Harry, the Invictus Games. Guys, that's huge. I'm about to stutter, but I'm just saying that is huge. Prince Harry got invited by the Minister of Ukraine as Patreon and founder of the Invictus Games. That's huge. And war is still going on in Ukraine. Just saying. And another reason why this is so huge is because of the bullshit ass story that came out, I think, last week with a supposed source saying that there's rumblings within the Invictus Games that because Prince Harry is so divisive, that there's rumblings that people within want him out. They want him to step back and give it to another royal. I think that the prime minister of Ukraine highly disagrees with that, right? It's like we all know who wrote the story, right? We all know who wrote the story. I mean, the person who wrote that story should feel like a straight asshole for writing such nonsense, right? I mean, you talk about clapback. What a huge clapback. That is, I mean, like, what just happened? It's like that is a huge clapback. That's a huge egg in your face. Like, how can anybody believe what a rural rodent reporter writes anymore? Like, seriously. Like, seriously. But anyway, Moving on. Hold on. My Yori wants to go outside. Go ahead. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Yes, Black Queen. So Black Queen was asking. Harry went to Ukraine before, didn't he? He sure did. He was out there not too long ago. Actually. He did. I just think it's huge that he went back after doing all of the charity work that he did in the UK. It's like he did all this charity work that he did in the UK. He dropped all this money. Oh, I didn't even mention how Archwell Foundation made a donation to Gaza. I didn't even mention that, right? Yes, the Archwell Foundation made a $500,000 donation to Gaza. Okay. I believe that there was another donation that they made to another charity besides the charity in Nottingham. So I mean, you know, again, this UK trip historical. One for the record books. All right, so if you're looking at your slide, voices from the front lines. The Duke participated in a panel discussion at the National Museum of the History of Ukraine in the Second World War, joining he joined captain, I don't know how to say his name, for the Invictus Games, Team Ukraine. David Wiseman. Isn't David Wiseman fine? Ah, David Wiseman, Chief Program Strategy Officer of the Invictus Games Foundation, and Olga, I don't know how to say her last name, and I think it's Andrew from the Superhuman Center. Superhuman Center, my bad. Again, isn't David Wiseman fine? Ah, that's a good looking man. So, Prince Harry out here, he's dropping money. He's attending different charity functions. He's touring rehabilitation centers. And then, of course, he's participating on panels as well. I mean, just doing a lot during this trip. Uh oh. The reason why I said oh is because I smell the rain coming. It's getting ready to rain here. Those of you who live in the South, you know what I'm talking about. Sidebar, you guys know how I do. Sometimes I veer out to the left. But those of you who live in the South or are from the South, you know what I'm talking about. You know how when you go outside and you can smell the rain coming? Well, I smell the rain coming. So let me hurry up before my Wi Fi goes out. All right. So this was awesome right here. Next slide. And that's the panel. All right. Next slide. Okay. So here we go. Building strategic partnerships. Okay. The Duke met privately with Ukraine's Minister of Veterans Affairs to discuss concrete ways the Invictus Games Foundation and the broader international community can enhance support for wounded, injured, and sick serving personnel and veterans returning home with life changing injuries. Okay, and this was very, very, very important as well. Um, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a video. Hopefully, I can load it. I'm pretty sure I can though. And it's a video of Prince Harry. Um, what he's doing, he's gonna lay some. I believe those are flowers. I don't think that might be a reef of a building that was blown up. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get rid of this one. Delete. Okay. Here we go. Mm, mm. Now that was emotional for Prince Harry, right? That was, um, because he wears his heart on his sleeve. It was a little emotional for me to watch that. But if you look at that picture, you see the white teddy bears. You know what I'm saying? And you see the flowers, and it's like people lost their lives, right? Like people lost their lives, and it's so sad. It's so sad. But you know, I think it's very very important to put a spotlight on people who are living in war torn countries, but they're still surviving. They're still fighting. They're fighting for their lives. They're fighting for their country. All right, let me get back to right here. All right, let me move on to the next slide. Okay, so this was another tearjerker. This picture right here. So Prince Harry, he pays tribute to the fallen Ukrainian heroes during his visit to Kiev. I mean, heartbreaking, isn't it? It's heartbreaking. If you look at the picture on the left, you could tell that Prince Harry is getting a little emotional. To me, whenever he does his lips like that, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like when he puts his lips together, it's like either he's thinking hard about something or he's dealing with something emotional, right? It's like to me that's how I can tell when he's got something serious on his mind is when he puts his lips together like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play another video. And this is in regards to Prince Harry paying his tribute to the fallen Ukrainian heroes, which was important for him to do. Right. Very, very important for him to do. Um, and according to the Kyiv Independent, Prince Harry visited the Alley of Heroes. And this is at the Central Independence Square, paying tribute to those who have lost their lives fighting in Russia's war. Um, it's important. It's important to respect those who have lost their lives. I'm going to play a video where Prince Harry talks about how um, paying his respects, it was difficult for him. Let's see if I can find it, which I'm pretty sure I can. Here we go.
You have no idea. When you're standing in front of you, you have no idea how.
And it's bigger and bigger and bigger.
I don't know how to describe it. It's the most insanely sad yet beautiful thing, because the way that it's been set out, all the love and the attention and the care that's gone into every photo frame, every flag, every memento, it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like that.
Wow. Wow. And I'm glad that they got all of that on microphone too. I am. I mean, when it comes to stuff like this man is so genuine. I mean, his heart is really in it. Why? Because he's been there. Right? He's been there. He's experienced that. He's experienced seeing, soldiers and Marines getting their bodies blown up. My God, this man flew, you know, in a military plane, with bodies of dead soldiers. So, this is real for Prince Harry. And I feel him. I really, really do. I feel him on this. All right. Next slide. All right, then this is just pictures. I mean, he did so much during the trip to Ukraine. He really, really did. I know I didn't get everything in. I know I didn't get everything in, but this is Prince Harry, and shaking this man's hand, and this man says, "Thank you, Prince Harry, for your sincerity and your consideration for our people. Most of all, for helping those in need." I mean, that's huge, right? Um, I know I'm not going to be able to say this man's name, but apparently he is in some type of state position in Kiev. Okay. So that's huge. Let's see. And of course Prince Harry, while he was there, he got gifts. Right? He got gifts. He got a lot of gifts. And it just goes to show, people love to give, right? People love to give gifts. That's a part of a lot of people from different ethnic backgrounds culture, right? It's to give gifts or give food, right? Either I'm going to feed you or I'm going to give you a gift, right? Either I'm going to feed you or I'm going to give you a gift. Okay. So the picture on the right, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see. Hopefully I can find it. Yep, I got it. So the picture on the left, Prince Harry received a package called Not So Simple Things for his support of Ukraine. Okay. Um, and I believe inside of there were some t-shirts. He got a token that said love is worth everything. He got a pendant with, I believe, a certain type of Ukrainian bird, and it's a symbol of recovery. Um, so that's awesome. And then the picture on the right, there was somebody that gave him a book. I believe this man wrote this book. I had a picture of the book, but I don't know what I did with the picture. But the young man on the right gave Prince Harry this book that he wrote, which was great. All right, and there's another picture of Prince Harry getting a gift, and also Megan got a gift. The Ukrainian people gave Megan a gift as well, so that was awesome. All right, so before we go on to this, I'm gonna go ahead and look into the chat, and then I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm getting hungry. I'm just playing. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. But you got to be fanatical about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, again, happy birthday, Miss Joan. I hope you are enjoying your birthday. I think this is a really good point. And I love this one. So, Paul Charles says, I am waiting for Harry Nobel Peace Prize. He deserves a nod for his wonderful work he is doing. Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? Like seriously though, wouldn't that be something? I mean, that would be a huge deal if Prince Harry got nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, I to me to be honest, I think that would literally be the end of the monarchy. I think that would literally be the end of the monarchy if Prince Harry got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Literally would they wouldn't know what to do. They'd have to close the monarchy down for at least a year to recover from that, right? And if he won, oh my god. All right. Yes, he is. Susie Q says the legendary Prince Harry is on fire. He is. Like he is. I mean, this trip, business trip, service trip was a phenomenal success. It really, really was. It was a phenomenal success. And again, he's representing Prince Harry, the patron of the Invictus Games Foundation. He was invited by the prime minister of Ukraine. They invited him. Okay. Now, I did read that he had to get permission from the UK government and Meghan. I'm sorry, but if Prince Harry was my husband, he'd have to get permission from me too. It's like, honey, are you serious right now? You trying to tell me you trying to go to Ukraine? Babe, I was cool with you going to the UK, but to Ukraine? Were they still dropping bombs? Baby, we got to talk about this. But, Prince Harry's gone before, so yeah. Hi, Miss Lydia. So yeah, Miss Lydia feels what I'm saying. I was very surprised and concerned at first. Yeah, a little surprising and very concerning. Yeah, I read that too. So Robin Samuel says he went to Ukraine by train. Okay, so Antoinette Kennedy says, Special K, I was not surprised that he was in Ukraine. I hope and pray he includes the footage in his Invictus documentary again. Yes, he is. H Knight says Richard Eden is a liar. Everything he writes is a bunch of lies. So true. I think he pulled that article out of his ass. Me personally, I think he just made it up. I don't think there's no source, no nothing. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. So Robin says people need to understand that the games is part of the Invictus Foundation. It's the fact that people repeat anything Maureen says. But Robin, there were some squatties that were really concerned about that article. There were some squatties that were really concerned about that article. Black Queen, thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Black Queen says fan character dressed as a cheerleader jumping in the air. That's a good question. I'm highlighting Black Queen again. I wonder if Harry Black Queen asks, I wonder if Harry got the chance to visit his mom's grave. Yeah, I wonder. Well, we know that he visited his grandmother's grave. Yes, he is. He is a prince without borders. He's a global prince. I'm pretty sure that he visited his mom's, resting place. Just didn't let anybody know. His mother was with him the whole time. This whole trip, his mother was with him. You know she was. You know she was. All right. So it was funny to me how every once in a while you would hear these rural road reporters say how Prince Harry just needs to zip it. He doesn't need to do another interview. Well, bam! What did Prince Harry do? He did another interview. It's like you guys cannot control Prince Harry. You can't control Prince Harry. You cannot control Prince Harry. Prince Harry gonna do what he want to do when he wants to do it. Okay. Prince Harry did another interview. He did an interview with the Guardian. As a matter of fact, we found out during this interview that the Guardian actually was with Prince Harry during his trip um, to Ukraine. So Prince Harry, full of surprises. And why did we know this? Because there were no leaks, right? No leaks. No leaks, no leaks, no leaks. When I found out about this, I loved it. I busted out laughing. I was like, look at Prince Harry. Look at Prince Harry. Well, good for him. Okay, good for him. I'm not mad about this. I think it's great. I haven't had a chance to read the full article yet. I am going to read the full article. Um, but judging from the headline, I know I'm going to love it. Judging from the headline, I know I'm going to love it because what does the headline say? What does the headline say? My conscience is clear. Enough said. Okay? My conscience is clear. Enough said. Okay? Enough said. Again, I haven't had a chance to read the article. I'm going to go ahead and read the article uh, later on tonight. And I'll probably do a random thought, special K thoughts for the channel members to let y'all know what I think about this article right here. Okay. But I already know I love it because my conscience is clear. And I just love it because since he's been in the UK, that's coming from over there, right? Because we all know Prince Harry went to go see his daddy, which he should have, right? I mean, because that's his daddy and that's his only living parent. So I ain't mad at that. But, look, at the end of the day, what goes on between Prince Harry and his daddy, that's their business as far as I'm concerned, right? That's their business. That's his daddy. That's their business. That's just like whatever's going on between Megan and her sperm donor, that's their business. Right? Story dropped tomorrow that Megan reached out to her father or this, that, and the other. Cool. That's between Megan and her daddy. Okay. Same thing with Prince Harry. Only thing I worry about corrupt Chuck is the fact that corrupt Chuck has done things to harm Prince Harry and place Meghan and the children in harm's way. That's why I get a little queasy, when I hear Prince Harry wants to reconcile with that family. But at the end of the day, that's their business, and I understand he's got to do some politicking because for him it's about security, it's about safety. But like I was saying, you was hearing noise. Well, Prince Harry, he met with his daddy. I'm pretty sure that they were kind of trying to insinuate that Prince Harry needs to apologize, or what I'm saying, that the family's not going to be able to heal until Prince Harry basically comes crawling back and apologizes, because they love to bash him over the head in regards to the Oprah Winfrey interview, Spy, the 6-part documentary series on Netflix, and Prince Charles, King Corrupt, Corrupt Chuck, can't trust Prince Harry because whatever King Corrupt says is going to end up in a Netflix or a book. They love to beat that man constantly over the head in regards to Oprah Winfrey interview and Spy. Oprah Winfrey interview and Spy. And the 6-part documentary series on Netflix. They bam, boom, bam, boom. I mean, they constantly come at him with that, right? And then this article drops with this headline: My conscience is clear. I love it. Oops, sorry. I love it. Okay. I have to admit, I was a little surprised The Guardian. But, guys, I don't mind Prince Harry or even Meghan doing interviews or just whatever with certain social media outlets or newspapers or whatever that have written articles about them that were negative. I don't really see a problem with it. Now, I would definitely, it would definitely cause me pause if they did an interview with the Daily Mail or the Sun. That would cause me pause. But the Guardian, I mean, the Guardian has written some very positive articles about Harry and Meghan, and they've written some negative articles about Harry and Meghan. Um, they would feel, from the Guardian's point of view, they probably would feel that that they're objective. Not everything should be positive, right? But anyway, I'm not going to dwell too much into that. But yeah, I'm gonna read this article, and once I finish reading it, I will do a random thoughts with Special K thoughts for our channel members. All right, all right. All right, so Megan posted this on her Instagram page, and I believe that Megan, the Duchess of Sussex, is letting us know that Prince Harry is home. Okay, this picture right here, the title says, When Your Beau is Back in Town. So, you know what they're going to be doing tonight. You know what they're going to be doing tonight. Got that Napa Valley Rosé. The kids going to bed early tonight. The kids, they got school tomorrow anyway. They need to be in bed early. Prince Harry gonna be getting some back rubs tonight. He did a lot of work, right? He was working. He was working. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to end this podcast. Looks like I got one more slide left. Oh, I know. I do. So, like I was saying, it's time for me to end this podcast, guys. Again, I apologize for the beginning of the podcast. We had some technical difficulties, but we was able to figure it out. Um, Again, Prince Harry, Harry, the global prince. I am so proud of Prince Harry. Um, I mean, he's doing big things with the Invictus Games Foundation. He really is. Him and his fine right hand man and the Invictus Games Foundation is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, it really is. But it's not just about that though. It's about the Invictus Games Foundation just doing an excellent job in building these rehabilitation centers globally. Um, you know, supporting and enhancing uh, other countries that have rehabilitation centers already, but the Invictus Games Foundation will come in, tour them, and provide you know um, more equipment to enhance that rehabilitation center that that country may already have. Um, Again, Prince Harry is the man, isn't he? Prince Harry is the man, and they know it. They know it. They know Prince Harry is the man, and they want him back, but he's not coming back. They need to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. They need to let it go because Prince Harry doesn't want to come back. He doesn't want to come back. Why would he come back? Come back to what? They should have just took the deal. They should have took the offer, the half in, half out. They should have just took it, but they didn't. So he's like, "Oh well, I'm gonna continue to do my thing, right?" And that's exactly what he's doing. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast. Prince Harry's birthday is tomorrow, so we know tonight at midnight Pacific time, he gonna be getting a birthday present. Aye! All right. Before we end this podcast, don't forget to hydrate, feed the chickens, and no bad energy. No bad energy, guys. All right, guys. You guys ready for the Rebel Yell? Are you guys ready for the Rebel Yell? I know I am because I'm getting hungry. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Continue to wear the SS on your chest because Success Squad, we are the best. Yes, we are. We are the best. Okay, no bad energy. Tomorrow is Prince Harry's birthday. So everybody make sure that you make his name trend tomorrow. Hashtag happy birthday, Prince Harry. Okay? All right. Let me go ahead and get my music ready. Again, I love you. I love you all. Squatty, stay strong. Keep your mental health intact. Like, seriously, keep your mental health intact. All right. Because it is hard out here in these streets being a squatty sometimes. But we all have each other. Right. We all have each other. All right. Love you. Love you all. And I'll catch you guys later.